Welcome back. Let's get started with our counting, and today let's count to 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Thanks for counting to 50 with me. You know, 50 is halfway to 100. For our learning activity today, we are going to change our letter of the week. We are going to say goodbye to R and hello to S. S is the next letter of the alphabet. But before we say goodbye to R, you have to guess what I have on my R for the wall. R says so the thing that's on R starts with the sound. I'm letting you think for a minute. All right, did you guess rabbit? Rabbit starts with R, but it's not a rabbit. Rock. Rock starts with R, but it is not a rock. On my R, I put rockets. Rockets start with R. Our new letter of the week is S. S says S. Let's go over to our chart and put it up. Let's say goodbye to R. We'll take down the R story. We'll read it one more time. It has lots of sounds in it for R. Rachel rode her racehorse. Round and round they ran. Rachel won the race. Did you hear all the sounds in it? All right. Here's how to write an R. Start at the top, big line down, jump back to the top, big curve, and then a little line. Little R, start at the top, little line down, back to the top, and curve. R. I think we'll practice making R during our writing time today. And the last thing we have to take down, the R words. They all start with rugs, rabbits, rings, and rose. Here is S, our new letter of the week, all about S. S says S. S says S. Here's how we make an S. Start like a C, curve around like a C, magic C that then curves the other way and turns into an S. Same thing with the little s. Start like a C and then curve around the other way and you have an S. 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 S says S. I'll hang that up. I think we'll have to make an S during writing time today too. And I have to tell you, I forgot the story. I forgot the story about S at school. In fact, I forgot all of the stories for the rest of our letters. So the rest of them we're going to have to do without a story. We could make up a story. A silly snake. Slept in the sun. Those are all S words. Okay, let's see what we have for S. We have sunglasses, sailboat, sandcastles, and sunflower. All words that start with S. I'll hang them up here. It's going to look kind of sad without the story in there, isn't it? A silly snake slept in the sun. Maybe I'll write the story and hang it up there. All done with our learning activity. Next is a book, and I told you we were going to read a book about my favorite invertebrate. This book is called Gentle Giant Octopus. Gentle Giant Octopus by Karen Wallace, illustrated by Mike Bostock. There are more than 150 different kinds of octopuses, and the giant octopus is the biggest. The tentacles of the largest one ever found were an amazing 15 3/4 feet long. Even though they are so huge, giant octopuses do not attack humans. They live in coastal waters in the North Pacific Ocean and feed mainly on crabs, clams, and sea snails. Female giant octopuses lay eggs only once in their lives. They are believed to eat little or nothing after mating. Once their eggs have hatched, the female octopus dies. A gentle giant octopus jets through the shadows. She's huge like a spaceship. Her eyes glow in the water. Long tentacles fly like ribbons behind her. Silver-backed fish scatter before her. A wandering mother octopus moves through the water. Inside her body, she carries her eggs. She looks for a den that is safe and well hidden, for a crack in a rock face or a hole under a stone. When octopuses need to move quickly, they jet backward by sucking in seawater and pumping it out through a funnel-like siphon. An octopus sinks like a huge rubber flower. Sand muddies the water as she lands on the seabed. Octopuses use their tentacles like fingers to sense things. They use the suckers on their tentacles to grip things. Octopus eyes turn frontward and backward. Her tentacles sense a crab in the water. A tentacle searches, it stretches, and touches. Unlucky octopus. Crab claws have sharp edges. They nip at the tentacle. The octopus pulls back and the crab scuttles sideways and escapes in the sand. A mother giant octopus slides over the seabed. Her body stretches like taffy over the stones. Her skin ripples like seaweed. She's black as the sea kelp. The goggle-eyed octopus feels her way forward. Usually the giant octopus is reddish-brown, but when it's hunting or hiding, it can change to become very dark or very pale within seconds. But under a boulder, a wolf eel is waiting. His mottled gray face darts from the shadows. His teeth strike like daggers. He rips off a tentacle, then sinks like a nightmare deep into his den. Octopuses have 8 tentacles. A healthy octopus can regrow its tentacles if they are damaged. If an octopus is attacked, it will squirt out a cloud of inky liquid to hide its escape. A frightened giant octopus squirts ink at the wolf eel. She shoots back from the boulder, back over the seabed. She's pumping and sucking the sea from her body. A quivering giant octopus rests on a boulder. Underneath is a cave that is easily guarded. She squeezes inside. She drags pebbles around her. Her search for a home is over at last. Octopuses are about as clever as cats, and like cats, they're very curious. Octopuses don't have any bones, and they can squeeze through the tiniest of holes. A mother giant octopus lays eggs in her cave den. They hang from the roof like grapes on a string. She guards them from crabs and nibbling fishes. While her babies are growing, she never eats and she never rests. A female giant octopus will lay as many as 60,000 tiny eggs. After 5 months, her babies swim from their egg sacs. They squirm and they wiggle. They jet through the shadows. They're sucking and pumping the sea from their bodies. Lots of other animals like to eat baby octopuses, so only 2 or 3 or 2 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 or A mother giant octopus rests in her cave den. She watches her baby swim up through the water. A gentle giant octopus shrinks in the shadows. Her life is over as their lives begin. The end. Thanks for reading about the gentle giant octopus with me. It is writing time. Always on Friday we do writing. I put this little whiteboard in there because I thought I was going to use it, but I've changed my mind. I want to do writing on the big whiteboard so that you can see it better. So I'm going to take this down, get it out of the way, and it is time to write. I hope you have crayons, paper, whiteboard, markers, something to write with and something to write on. If not, you can do air writing. Okay, for writing today, since we've been learning about animals, I want to write some animal words and draw some animal pictures. And I want to start with a cat. Cat starts with C. We're going to start at the top. Big curve. C. Middle sound for cat. Cat. Ah. Ah. Middle sound for cat is an A. Start like a C, circle around till it's an O, and then put a line down. Cat. T. Cat ends with a T. Start at the top. Big line down, jump to kind of the middle, go right across, little line. Cat, that's the word cat. Now, to draw an animal, you have to think about what shape the animal is. And I'm gonna start with the cat's face. If I think about a cat, his face is kind of circular. So I'm gonna draw a circle for the cat's face. Circle. And then I'm gonna draw pointy ears. Triangle-shaped ears. 1, 2. Here's the cat's ears. And then the cat's eyes. I'm going to make 2 ovals that are laying down. And then I'm going to put circle-shaped eyeballs inside the ovals. That's my cat's eyes. The cat's nose is kind of a triangle. And then I'm going to make its mouth. I'm going to put 2 curves down here. One going that way, and one going that way. And then I'm going to kind of make its mouth right there. Cute cat. Cats have whiskers, so I'm going to draw some whiskers this direction and some whiskers this direction, both sides of the face, right next to the nose. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here's my cat's face. Now I think about the cat's body, and it's kind of an oval shape, kind of a long oval like an egg that fell over. So I'm going to draw a long oval right there. Cats have long tails. My cat used to walk around with his tail sticking up. I don't have my cat anymore, but he walked around with his tail sticking up in the air. So there's a long cat tail. And then cats have 4 legs, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. So I'm going to draw 2 legs here. I'm going to draw a paw at the bottom of it, and another one, and then 2 in the back. Same thing, I'm going to put a leg, a paw, and back up, down, a paw, and back up. My cat has 4 legs. A cat is a mammal. Okay, if you're drawing on a whiteboard, you can erase. If you're drawing on paper, get a new piece of paper or turn your paper over and use the back. And I know a good one. I want to make a rat. Rat starts with R, which was our letter of the week until we changed it to S. Rat. All right, let's make an R. We start at the top, big line down, jump to the top, curve, looks like a P, and then we're going to put a line down here, which turns it into an R. Rat. Rat. Ah is the middle sound. Starts out like a C, turns into an O, and then put the line down. That makes it an A. Rat. T, ends with a T. Rat. I'm thinking about what shape a rat is. Let's see. I'm going to give my rat, I'm going to start with a straight line down here enough so that I have room to make his body. I'm going to make his body a big curve. It's like a semicircle. This is going to be his little nose down here. I'm just going to color it in, and I'm going to give a rat whiskers. And then I'm going to give my rat an eye. A rat has two eyes, but we're looking at the rat from this side, so we don't see the eye that's on the other side. And same thing with the ears. All right, we see the ear that's on this side. I'm going to make it curve up like that. But we don't see the ear on the other side of the rat. And then rats have long tails. So back here, I'm going to draw a long squiggly tail. That's my rat. All right, I want to do one more animal. So we're going to erase the rat. You can erase your whiteboard or get a new piece of paper. Turn your paper over. For our last animal, I want to draw a cow. First, we're going to write the word cow. Cow starts with C. C starts at the top, curves around. Cow. Cow. Ah. That's an O. Cow. W. That's a W. Down, up, down, up. Diagonal lines. Cow. All right, I need to think about what shapes I should use for a cow. A cow has a long face. It doesn't have a circle-shaped face. It has more of a rectangle. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to draw an L, and then I'm going to draw up and over. There's my cow face, kind of rectangular. Then a cow has ears that stick out on either side, and they're kind of oval-shaped. There's my cow's ears. Down here, I want to make its nose or its snout. I'm going to draw a curve right like this. And then I'm going to put two circles, that's its nostrils. And then I'm going to make its mouth down here. I'm going to make it just like a smile. And then, of course, he needs eyes. There's my cow's face. Now its body. Its body is long and kind of rectangular shape too, but it's long this direction. So I'm going to start, let's see, I'm going to start right here, right underneath its mouth. I'm going to draw down and over. It's going to be an L, but it's going to be a really long L. Then up and back over. Oh yeah, that works. All right, a cow kind of has a long tail that hangs down. So I'm going to put its tail right up here at the top. I'm going to hang it down, and then at the bottom it kind of has some hair or some fur sticking out. I don't know what you'd call that. There's my cow tail. And then of course a cow is a mammal that lives on land. It has 4 legs, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. But this time I'm not going to make paws. A cow has hooves. So I'm going to make a long straight leg and another one, 2 in the front, and I'm going to color the bottom of it. And then same thing for the back ones. 1, 2, and color the bottom of it so we can see its hooves. And then my cow is going to have black spots on it. So I'm going to just draw some wiggly shapes and color them black. Wiggly shapes. Color it black. Some cows are brown. Some cows are all white or all black. Some cows are black and white. Another wiggly shape. Kind of looks like a cloud, but then I have to color it in. And one more, I think. When you're done making your cow, take a picture, send it to me. I'd love to see. Cow. Thanks for writing words and drawing pictures with me today. We are all done with large group. I'll see you on Monday. I love you.